Hi everybody, welcome to 5 Minute Ministries. How many times in recent memory have you heard the word obey? Now, it's a word that has been all but removed from modern vocabulary. Oh, you might hear it occasionally. The last time I remember actually hearing that word was in a comedy sketch about police officers, and that may have been like 10 years ago. But people do not use that word. It comes with a bad taste for a lot of people. That word has been, in a lot of ways, misused. It's usually used by people who want to overstep their authorities. I'm in charge and you are to obey me. Whether that be a boss, a parent, a spouse, a police officer, government. It comes with, people just don't like the word, and the reason they don't like it is because of the attitude that comes behind it. They want to show that they are in charge, and so they say, you are to obey me. But the fact of the matter is, obey is a good word. And I want to explain what I mean. If you think about it, we are to obey the laws. We are to obey those in authority. We are to obey God. Because really, what happens when we don't? There are a lot of people who disobey God, disobey the law, disobey authority, and they're constantly in trouble. And obedience is a great way to stay out of trouble. If you do what you're supposed to do, if you obey the laws, if you obey authority, you obey God, you will suffer very little consequence. Now, I know there are times you can obey and still get in trouble, but that's not because you disobeyed, it's because of the person with whom you're in trouble. It's usually they have the issue, and it's not because you disobeyed. So obedience is a good thing. And the Bible even talks about obedience. How many times has God said, if you obey me, here's all the benefits. But if you disobey me, here's all the consequences. He said that to Israel time and time again. And Israel time and time again disobeyed. And they had to face those consequences. Jesus himself had said, if you love me, keep my commandments. Keeping the commandments of God is a good thing. It shows your love for God, and it shows your love for others too. If you love your parents, you will obey them. Now, I'm not saying you love those in authority like you love your parents, but it shows them respect when you obey them. And everybody wants to be respected, even you. Now, it doesn't matter how they are treating you, you are to obey. Because God likes us to do that. He wants us to do that. He calls those who follow him to be obedient to authority. The scripture is full of those things. And he is not going to go back on his word. Now, I know people have this attitude, it's like, nobody tells me what to do. Well, here's the thing. If you have that attitude, there is still someone telling you what to do. And that is Satan himself. He goes out of his way to try to get you to be disobedient. And when him telling you to do those things, and you do them, you are obeying the devil. And we don't want to think that way, but it's true. And whenever we go against God and his word, whenever we decide, I'm not going to listen to my boss, I'm not going to listen to my parents, I'm not going to listen to that police officer, I'm not going to listen to the government. When we go against that, we are going against God. And we are obeying the voice of God's enemy, Satan. And I want you to think about that next time you are making a decision. Should I obey or should I do what I want to do? We have to think very, very carefully. We want to be pleasing to God. Even if we don't, obedience is still a great way to stay out of trouble. This has been 5 Minute Ministries, and I'll see you next time.